Sorry. Morning, how are you all? Jamie here, live from Spain again. Just airing my views this week on what's happened, which is not an awful lot really, but I'll come on to that in a minute. Let's start talking about last night in the Champions League final. We were busy at the bar last night, and I was thinking and talking to people how close Leicester were to being there. That could have been us in Cardiff. With a little bit more luck, that could have been us. 2 games away we were, just 2 games from being in the final. How close? Are we ever going to be like that again? It was really good watching it, but I just thought we might have been there. That would have been nice. It really would have been nice, but maybe another year. Anyway, back onto football matters. What's happening with Shaker? What's going on? How come? I thought this time last week when I was talking to you all that it'd be signed, it'd be all done and dusted, but nothing. What are people thinking? Is it going to be happening? Is he going to be signing? I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on now. I would have thought it would have been signed and sealed. I really would have. Riyad Mahrez, what's going on there? He wants to go. Costa, yes, it is a mess, mate. God knows what's happening there, but we shall see. Riyad Mahrez, 50 million? Hello, Richard, you alright? 50 million? Is he worth 50 million? Really? He's had one good season, maybe after last year, but this year, if somebody wants to pay him, then pay that money, then fair enough, I'll take 50 million. There's not many clubs that really want him, to be honest. Not many have made. There's Arsenal have made a few inquiries about him. I wouldn't mind. I read somewhere that I wouldn't mind the Perez that we were after a couple of years ago. Costa, let him go quickly. Yes, 50 million. Yeah, I would. If somebody wants to pay 50 million, then yeah, even 40 million and a player, that won't be bad. Looking for a big name, he will be the second. My thought, Richard, I can agree with you on that one, mate. To be honest, I think that's what they're looking for now. Bradley, owners will go for a bigger name and hope. Bigger name. I hope Shakespeare gets it. I'm the same as you. I think they will go for a bigger name, and I do hope Shakespeare stays as number 2 if a bigger name comes in. Richard, morning, Richard. How are you? Hi, Tasha. How are you? Why you're not at football tonight? I thought this morning. I thought you'd have been taking the daughter to football. Instead, you're staying at home watching me, which can't be bad, really. Next best thing. Are you coming? Should have had a man in by now. You mean the manager? Yes, Costa. I think we should have had the manager in by now. It should have been signed and sealed. Even if it wasn't Shaker, I think we should have had someone in. Mancini, I never really wanted him, but he's gone. A lot of people wanted him. He signed for Zenit St. Peter's, sorry. It's just a mess. It needs to be sorted soon, I think, because of the transfers. If you don't get the transfers in now, you need to get them in before pre-season training. I don't think you need to be waiting. Training comes in and then everyone starts playing. Michael, yeah, usually last minute. I remember one year. I think it was. I can't remember who it was. We signed somebody on the eve of it was Steve Corica signed on the day before the game, and then he played against Sunderland and scored. He hadn't even had a training session with Leicester, but you can't do that nowadays. You need to get embedded in and started. This might end. Are you talking about the manager Costa or the signing of the players? Hello, Judge. If you're right, morning from Leicester train station. There's the ex-Dortmund manager. What? Which one are you on about? Not. Which Dortmund manager? I can't think which one you're on about, mate. Sorry. Next seat. Oh, no. That's normal Leicester, though, isn't it? We always make hard work of our football. We wouldn't be Leicester supporters if we didn't make hard work of it. And last night, I'll just mention the football at the beginning. Anybody watch the game last night? Because weren't Real Madrid good? I thought they thoroughly deserved that victory. I really did. 4-1 in a final. You don't often see many 4-1 finals. They're normally drab and dour. But last night, Barcelona, but Real Madrid just wiped the floor with Juve. Juve never stood a chance. I mean, they looked reasonably good. They had scored a cracking equaliser. Oh, what an equaliser that was. But No, Juve never stood a chance. But back onto Leicester. But there's not a lot to talk about. I can't think of much difference to talk about from last week, because it's just, I don't know, nothing's happening. They're all on holiday. I've seen them all in Greece, Mykonos, I think it is. But the players are enjoying themselves, they're resting. But I think we need to start getting in some new players. Get the managers. The main problem is the manager. It's got to be the manager. We need to get that signing sealed so people that want to come in know there's stability. It's a shame nothing's been done. I mean, what more does it take to sign a contract, really? It must have been agreed weeks ago. It must have. He might be having second thoughts. You never know. He might not like it. He might not like being a full-time manager. Hello, Tom. You all right? How's it going? I've seen you playing football. Well, I haven't seen you playing football. You were playing. How did that go? Was it all right? Looked like you enjoyed yourself there. I wouldn't mind it playing on that pitch just once, just to walk out on it. Even if I got substituted in the first minute, at least I've walked out on it. I wouldn't mind. My knees and ankles nowadays, I don't think I can last longer than a minute, to be honest. But we've had some nice people come into the bar this week, which is the Fox's Arms, if everyone knows. And I've had some decent presents. The first one was this one. What a nice present that was. I'll be enjoying reading that. My legs are still in pain. I think mine would be as well. So I'll be reading. Has anyone else read that one yet? Is it any good? I don't know. Can people tell me? It looks quite interesting. Then the next one was from Kay and Tim that come into the bar quite a lot. They live in Croft. They sent me the programme from the last game of the season, the Bournemouth one, which probably, I saw it on TV. Probably wasn't on one of my dodgy boxes. Probably wasn't the best game of the season, but at least I've got the programme to read, which is not bad. And then somebody that fixes the buses for the England team brought me an official England Vauxhall training kit. Well, not training kit, sweatshirt. So I've had quite a few good presents. Yes, I've already spoken. It could happen later on in the year. You never know. Bradley, whereabouts am I in Spain? It's Alcudia, Mallorca. It's only 2 hours away. East Midlands flight, 2 hours every day. Lovely weather. Although I was going to be doing it today in the pool, but it's a little bit cloudy today. The sun's out, but it's not, and a bit windy. It's not the best, to be honest. So hopefully next week I'll be in the pool doing it, and hopefully there'll be a bit more to talk about, because this week there's been not a lot to talk about, really. There's been no in or outs. Oh, Harvey Barnes, didn't he do well on his full international, on his full England international debut for the under-20s? He scores 2 goals. What more do you want? He came on as sub the other week, and then he plays his first full game and scores 2 goals. Hi Val, you alright? What's North Devon like this morning? Is it warm? Is it wet? I've seen the weather. It's meant to be chucking down. That's normal weather for the weekend, isn't it? Oh yeah, Musa. He scored 2 for Nigeria. Is he just going to be a player that can score goals internationally, or do you think he's going to have a chance next year? I'm not sure with Musa. Salami, I think you ought to give him another chance next year. The second year is when they start bedding in. But Musa, I don't know about Musa. I think he's, I don't know. He's quite low down on the list at the minute, especially if we get buying another striker. Hi Gary, you alright? How are you? Where are you? Are you in Leicester, or are you another Far Flung Fox like myself? We need to find out where all these Far Flung Foxes are. Hi Laura, you alright? Morning from Leicester. We'll be joining Alcudia on the 29th of June. Whereabouts are you staying, Laura? And I might be able to tell you whereabouts, how far we are from you. Sorry for this. Me a bit of a sore throat from last night at the football and my dishevelled look. I'm a bit tired. It was a bit busy last night with the football. Well, it was a bit busy all day, really, because we started off with the rugby on, the British Lions, which was not a very good game, but we're busy for that. And then we just carried on picking up, and then the football, and then we didn't finish till late, so that's probably why I'm looking a bit dishevelled this morning and a bit unshaven and my hair's not done, but it's Sunday morning, you have to relax. Grantham, oh yeah, Grantham, yeah. Big Sam to Leicester. Ooh, I've said Big Sam before, but I think he wants a break from football, I really do. How are you, James? You alright? Yeah, man. Who's that one for? James, my G. James, my Kyle. James, my G. No, yeah, Gary, we don't need Big Sam. But he wants a break from football. Yeah, everyone's saying no to Big Sam. I thought, when he was the England manager, I thought he was the man for the job. But not this year, not now, not for league football. Damn, but we need some... damn, but we need some rain. Roll on football days, long trip for a home game, but Foxes never quit. Well, my nearest home game this year was Seville. That was 50 minutes in a plane, in and out. Well, not in and out, I spent 4 days there, but it was good. That's my nearest home game, but it's still a fair trek, even for me. Playa de Moro, but it's a straight road, Laura. Just get the bus, line number 2, straight down the road. Head towards, get the bus, Porto Palenza, straight down, and you'll be there. As for the Magic Roundabout, and we're just before that. Big Sam cannot go anywhere. Part of his leaving. Oh, right. Tom, I don't really want Big Sam, to be honest. Like I say, England manager, I thought it was the best, but not for us. Do we want that kind of football? You're going a bit quick. Too quick for me on a Sunday morning. Hi, Steve, you alright from sunny Braunston? Is it really sunny? Or are you having a laugh? Is it like this today there? Get rid of Rudkin. I'll tell you what. I think get rid of Rudkin. Yeah, I don't think he's done a lot. Kyle, we're not a relegation battle team anymore. Only problem with Big Sam is that, well, yes. Morning in Grimsby now. Oh, David, I need a Grimsby Town shirt for the bar. If you look on my Facebook page, I've got all the whole ceiling plastered in shirts. The wall is Leicester, but all the ceiling is other teams. I haven't got a Grimsby Town shirt, so wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean? If you've got one, I'll have one. Yeah, Laura, ever so easy, just straight down the road. So when's the 29th? Oh, about 3 weeks away, isn't it? So yeah, so you'll be here soon, 3 or 4 weeks away. The weather's picking. The weather's like I keep showing the weather. Look. There's a bit more of the weather. Get me out of the way. You can't moan at that, really. So, has anybody got any questions they want to ask? And I'll see if I can answer them. I'm not sure whether I can. I'll try. Has anybody, like I say, anybody tell me what this book's like? Got it as a present this week. I'm going to start reading it on my day off. 2 poor transfer video. John Rudkin should go now. Yeah. He's not, so we can get a real football man. Go the Foxes, good evening from Sydney. Hello, another Far Flung Fox. So finally, one's appeared on here, another one. I know there's a few out there. There's somebody that's got this, I think his name's Dan Preston. He's in Sydney as well. Go Foxes, good evening from Sydney. Is it dark there yet, Alan, or is it dusk? I don't know what the time difference is there. I know I've got a friend there at the minute. She's working in a place called Liberty Grove, I think it is, in the Concord region, I think. Barnes definitely deserves at least a chance from the bench next season. He's on fire yeah, I agree. Barnes has got to, but he'd have played the last couple of games, but there was some kind of ruling that he wasn't allowed to play. Cheers, David. Thank you. See you later, Tom. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. Hopefully it's nice and sunny for you back in sunny Leicester. I've got to go work in an hour, so I'll be working all day now. And then tonight, a nice little meal at 10, about 10:15. Nice little meal, our treat for the week. Need to have a bit of R&R sometimes. Love Leicester from Dubai. I can't read the name, so I know I can see you from Dubai. Chemzi, is that a name? Is that Chems Madine? I'm not sure about that, but hello from Dubai. Roberto Di Matteo? No, I don't think no, not Roberto Di Matteo. Well, you never know nowadays. You can put any manager. Bradley, it's sunny in Leicester, is it? We need some more with Premier experience. I've been saying that. Last week I was saying about Maguire and Gibson, the 2 centre-halves from Hull and from Middlesbrough. We need to get proven British players into the squad. And if we don't act now, we don't get a manager in now, people are not going to come to a team without a manager, they know. Yes, Steve, I know, but hold on a minute. That might be next week because look, it's a little bit cold today. The sun's not on it really yet, but I will do it from the pool one day. Honest, I will do, but it's just a little bit cool. Dawson, which Dawson? The one from Hull. But he's over. If it's the same one, he's over 30. Give it to Shaky. That's what we're trying to work out. Why it hasn't been given to Shaky yet, Mike? It should be. Nobody seems to know why. What's going on? I mean, they have holidays, but apparently it's in Sigurnason from Swansea. Great signing for me. Oh yeah, it would be. It'd be great signing. That would be. But who would he? Which place would he take over? Would he go instead of would he play take Drinkwater, or would he play as number 10? And we only play one striker up front? He can play the number 10 role. Or would you have him as a midfielder instead of Yes Indeedy, or instead of Drinkwater? Or would you'd have to play to fit him in? I think you'd have to play number 10 and only play one striker. But then you've got this. Then what striker do you play? Vardy all the time? Do you need Salami? Do you get rid of Salami if you play number 10? Andrea Silva strike. No, isn't he the midfielder from Porto? The one we looked at from from Porto when Salami came. Him and Vard. Oh, are we talking? I thought Silva was a midfielder player from Sporting Lisbon. Is that the one we're on about, or is this a different Silva? Because we looked at one Andrea Silva from the striker from Porto. Oh right, okay. Oh, Thiago. That means you're Portuguese. It must be with a name like that. You must be Portuguese. So a friend of mine, his name's Thiago, and he's from Portugal as well. So you must be. Right, okay then. Is he any good? I've not actually heard of him. The only Silva I've heard is the one from Sporting Lisbon, the midfielder that we were after last year. Lee Foster, him and Vardy up top together. But if you buy this Silva, yeah, that's the one. That's the one Thiago I was thinking about. Can you imagine having both of them playing? If you bought that Silva, Adrian Silva, and then you bought they wouldn't know who they're talking about. Imagine Paul Merson on Soccer Saturday trying to just go, it's Silva to Silva, it's Silva to Silva. He'd be lost. He'd be struggling. He would lose the plot. Merson would. He wouldn't know whether he was coming or going. But yeah, we need. But then if you bought another striker, who would you go? Who would go? Something you couldn't. Joao must. If that happened, Joao must be right down the list. You live near. My mate lives there. I'm not sure what you're saying there. That second word. What's? Sorry, Lee. Can you say that again? I'm not quite sure what you're on about there. Sporting Lisbon Silva and yes, type attacking midfielder / number 10. Yeah. Merson don't know what he's talking. No, a lot of the time he doesn't know what he's talking about, does he? He's either eating food or just speaking double Dutch, and he can't speak English, let alone double Dutch. He's a young lad and he's already scored lots of goals. That's the striker, I presume, Thiago, yes. Well, if he is, somebody needs to pick him. We've got to get a manager in first. I know everyone's on holiday, but you'd have thought getting a manager. Mahrez, I'm not sure. People see you're the first one to mention Mahrez today. Let's face it. So Mahrez will go, and it will be Casper and Varda's last season. This time, ruin times head. No, it won't. The club moves on. I know, Ivor. How are you? You are. Yeah, Mahrez will go, and Casper and Varda's last season. But where will they go? If they have one more season. Who's going to have him at the age of 32? Casper might be able to get another club because the keeper can go on a bit longer. But Vardy's 32 next year, end of next season. I don't think he'll go anywhere. David, Slimy needs to go. Mahrez as well. Nowhere near as good last year. Jasper will go for Champions League. I don't. Everyone keeps saying this, but I'm not sure. Schmeichel's loyal. You think of the times he could have gone, but he stayed. He signed a new contract. I know contracts don't mean the paper they're written on nowadays, but yeah, I don't think De Gea will go neither for Man U. Morris should go. He's not being the same. Give Gray a chance. Casper and Vardy will stay. Yeah, totally agree with that. Gray deserves a chance this year. If Morris does go, he can play down the right or even down the left and Albrighton on the right. You can play either one of them. There was no problem there at all. I think Gray a bit more. His final ball, Gray, sometimes lets him down, but he's quick. He gets past players. It's what we need. I think, to be honest, I don't think Wes Morgan will have the captaincy next year. I think Schmeichel will get it. I think they'll give it Schmeichel to try and make him stay. And if he's got the captaincy, he's the one. You see him in the team talks, in huddles and that, and you see him when the goals are scored. It'll be great. With game time, Gray will get, but yeah, confidence. That's a big thing with Gray. I think he's very much a confidence player. Defence is a priority to sort out. Coney from Sunderland, maybe. Not so much sure Coney, but yes, defence definitely. We need definitely defenders, and I keep saying this. I think Maguire and Gibson. Sure, and how about Zarf? I don't think you could afford him. Unless, hello George, you're right. Unless we got 50 million, but would we want to? I can't see him leaving Palace. He's on a good number there. Casper will stay to be captain. Totally agree. Gray needs to be more of a team player. Wes is slow. Wes can be slow, but he reads the game quite well. Not many muscle him off the ball at all. I think we do need David. I think as well we need to strengthen defence, centre backs. Yeah, I keep saying that all the time. Huth and Morgan, as good as they are, and I enjoy them playing, and Ben Ayoun as well, I'm not sure they're the ones that can carry us forward. Yeah, Andy, I've been saying Maguire for ages, and Gibson. Gibson's in the England squad. Oh, well, I'm sure he is. Ryan, going to Jolly next week to Magal. No, unfortunately, you're about 45 minutes away by car and about an hour by bus. So you enjoy yourself in Magaluf, mate. You will enjoy it there. Saka from Liverpool did well at Palace. And I thought they'd signed him permanently. I thought Saka had signed. We did look at him in the summer, but he went to there instead. He went to Palace instead. Who would you drop if we got another centre half? Oof. Well, I think if Morgan wasn't captain, I think it might be Morgan. Unfortunately, I love him as a player. He's a big old unit. But I think it might be Morgan. But you never know what he might play. If he buys another centre half, he might play 3 at the back, 2 wing backs. He might play that way. He might have Gray and Albrighton at wing backs. You never know. You never know. And then 5 at the back, 3 in midfield, 2 up top. It might work if you have another centre half, a younger centre half that can do all the fetching and carrying for the other 2 wing backs. It might mean Simpson has to be dropped. Simpson could play right wing back. Albrighton could play left wing back. So we know Albrighton just runs and runs and runs. And then you could play 3 in midfield. You could play Drinkwater. Yes, indeed. And Sigurdsson there. Sigurdsson from Swansea. If and things. And then you could play 2 up top. That's 11. I just had to count that in my head then. I thought I'd made a mistake then. Morgan should be dropped. Too many times. Yeah, see. Yeah, it's a tough one to drop him, but I've just said that, Thiago. Let's do a Chelsea. 3-5-2. 3-5-2, sorry. 5-3-2. It'd be lastminute.com on signings and a manager. We need a minimum of 4 new quality players. Yeah, I think we need 2 centre halves, a midfielder, and maybe a half decent backup striker. And when you get rid of Ajoa, Musa, there'll be 2 less. So you need, and there's nothing in the youth team or the reserves, well, under 23. Sorry, not the reserves anymore. Under 23s. So I think that's what we need. Bring Liam Moore back. I think the boat sailed on him, mate. To be honest, sorry. They always say never go back. Rudkin out, that'd be some great. Yes, it would be. Surely they must know. They must understand what's going on. Tiago, does anyone think Shakespeare will still get the job? It's been awaited for too long now. I can't. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't think anyone knows what's going on there, to be honest. Maybe not the right back. I don't know, Mike. 2 centre backs, a centre midfield, and a centre forward. Maybe that's 5. I think that's pushing the boat out 5. I can't see you getting 5 quality players. You might get 5 good players, but if you get the 50 million from Mahrez, then maybe. But I think we need 4 quality players, not 5 good players. There's a big difference, especially in the Premiership. Right, it's been nice talking to you today. Hopefully I'll do it from the pool next week. Just leave you with one last view of, well, my view. Clouds just coming over a little bit, unfortunately, so it might be could be sorting out the back room stuff. It could do, you never know. Things after being played, sign on the contract. I want so and so, this, that, and the other. See, there was a rumour that Chris Powell might come back. Who's going to pay 50 million for Mahrez? I doubt anybody. I very much doubt it. So he might have shot himself in the foot there by saying he wants to leave. There was no bid came in for him last year, and then he signs a new contract, and now no one's flooding. No one's coming, oh, we want him, let's have him, we buy him, let's have a bidding war, do this, do that. It's not. Cheers, mate, enjoy the holiday. Mike, I'm not on holiday. I live here, I work here. I've got a bar called the Fox's Arms in Alcudia, Mallorca. So, I'm not on holiday, mate. I have to work. I've got to be at work at 12 o'clock. That's why I have to do it early in the morning while you lot are still probably watching me from in bed. Maybe. Thiago, Arsenal, PSG, Monaco are favourites for... See, I wouldn't mind him going abroad. Then he can't come back and haunt us. But I can't see Barcelona not going to... Barcelona have said no. He's not going to go to any of the big boys. And Arsenal, he wants Champions League football. Arsenal not in the Champions League doing Europa. That's not... I know it's Europe, but it's not what he wants. He wants champion. He said in that interview he wants champion. He's got his ambitions. So I can't see it being Arsenal. When have they last looked like winning the Premier League? We've won it more times than them in the last 12 years. Right. I'll get out next year. Yes, Mike, you can be. Not 50 million, though. Probably 30 million. Yeah, I think you've got more chance of 30 million than 50 million. But if he doesn't sell, is he going to carry on playing for Leicester? That's what I don't... Will he carry on playing? Who knows? Who knows? But that's another view for next week. Right. Let's hope something more interesting this week happens. Mahrez to Huddersfield. Somehow, I don't think so. Hello, Jason, you alright? Would personally love it if absolutely no one come in for him. What would he... Yeah, just said exactly the same. What would he do? He's thrown his cards onto the table. Hopefully, someone's going to pick him up. No one has yet. There's no bidding war on him. No bidding war. There's going to be probably one team come in. Oh yeah. He says he doesn't want to go. PSG, he said he didn't want to go to France because that's where he's from. Mark Truman, yes, I do have a Burton Albion shirt. It's got Mr. Cropper on it. I think it's got on there, something like that. Dr. Cropper. Andy Douglas, don't think no one wanted him last year. We didn't actually have an offer coming from Mahrez, and that's when he had a great season. After this season, yeah, true. I'll put him in the reserves. It's not the reserves, Bradley. It's under 23s anymore. You don't have... It's raised... Oh, ain't Raheem Sterling a waste of space. 49 million? Pfft. Who would... I'm paying 49p. Does he... Sorry, James. Don't deserve to play for us if we don't want to sell him. Don't deserve to play for us if we don't want to sell... You can't leave a player like that on the bench that are not playing, though, unfortunately. If he goes to Arsenal, he's a liar about it. Yes, spot on. Sold Kanté on the cheap, don't make this... Richard, sold Kanté on the cheap, don't make the same mistake. I don't think we sold Kanté on the cheap. 32 million for a player we bought for 5 million. We made 27 million on him. I don't think we sold him that cheap. I don't think so. He gave us 1 year... and we made 27 million on him. I don't think we sold him that cheap, to be honest. Right, this time I've got to go. I've got to start getting ready for work. So, let's hope something happens this week that I can talk about next Sunday. It's been a bit quiet on the Leicester front this week, so... Right. Hold on. Pogba. What? Paul Pogba or his brother? The one that's in Scotland somewhere. Right. So it's... Have a good week. Enjoy yourself. Adios. Ciao, ciao. Goodbye.